what we want as Christians is that union between two people should be a reflection of Christ and his church. To remind us yet again of being intentional about our homes, because our lives will affect the people around us for good or for bad. So you can imagine yourself living in a house, a beautiful house that has so many grasses. Immediately you come out from the parlor, what will happen to you? Will you still live in the euphoria of saying you are living in a beautiful place? No. Can imagine yourself living in a house where you have cats and dogs and they poo-poo all around. And you stay in your parlor comfortable saying it's their business. It's not the dog that poo-poo. I'm tired of sweeping it. When you leave the doors of your sitting room, will that house still be beautiful to you? So that is why we are here. So that we will make sure that every dog, every cat, every poo-poo in our beautiful home, we will pack it. And we will pack it. Sometimes, some of us after today will be so deliberate that it's not only in the morning that we'll be packing that poo-poo. Anytime we smell, there's a way my mother does. You will not see the thing, but you smell it. So anytime we smell anything, we'll look for it and we'll pack it and we'll throw it to where it belongs. Because what? We want to make sure that our homes are the pinnacle of the manifestations of God's grace. How can we do that? We started yesterday. Before I continue on the reflection, welcome, sir. Welcome, ma. No problem. I'm glad to see you. I'm here with my mother again and with my sisters, all my elder sisters. I belong to a network of women that, are we not more than 5 years now? We should be more than 5 years now. We've been trying to rise and be witnesses. So, by divine auction, we call ourselves the Shepherd Altar. We are committed. We want to make sure that Christ is the one that guides our life. So we gather together every Thursday by 5:30 in our houses, but mostly in our mother's house. As you are seeing us, none of us are related. Some of us don't live even blocks. We are not neighbors. We are not friends. We are not church members. But somehow, God created a tripod and then it began to shoot. And I want to tell you that it is the investment that was made on me in that Shepherd Altar that I can stand confidently and speak about marriage. Not because I have it all good, but because the Lord has helped me. I am not, the usher came again today to collect my declaration. I did not give her a bone again. It says I'm mightily helped by God. So, please, you people should stand up now for recognition. Stand up for recognition. You are welcome to Charisma Bible Church. This is a church of genuine home care, love, and genuine value for people. We welcome you to our church. Welcome to our conference. The title of our conference is The Rise of the Witness. I hope that as you fellowship with us, you will rise above and you'll be witness to the Christ. Sit down. So, we said, how can we make our homes, how can we make our unions to be presented to the world and not to have negative impacts on the people around us? Number one, we said that we should demonstrate love, kindness, and forgiveness. And we treated those three words as a compound word. I told you that when it comes to marriage, there's no single word. You have to do three things at the same time. It's grenade. You understand? When there is a battle that confronts you, that is beyond your imagination. You hang the bullets. You hang it, the rope, you hang it. It's not about 2 bullets that can fill the cartridge. But your problem is not for all those bullets to finish you. But you are going to use everything you have to make sure that what? You gain victory. That's why anything that concerns marriage, we don't do one word definition. So the first thing you are going to do, I didn't say you should love. I didn't say you should show kindness. I didn't say you should show forgiveness. I said you will love, be kind, and forgiving. It's going to be 3. Because if you do one, work, it won't work. You know, some of us are very kind to each other, but we don't love each other. Some of us love each other. You know, love is a feeling. Yeah. Love is a simple feeling. It's the things that love manifests that are many. But love as a word alone, to we human beings, is a simple feeling. If you don't look at it as the real definition, that love is God and God is love. My brothers and sisters, is God one thing? So how can you just love and think everything is okay? You have to do God. It has to be what? Everything. And that is why I say the first thing, among many things, because we have a timeline to gist this evening, is that you will love and be kind and what? Forgiving. And what are the few ways that we said we can be intentional about that? We said we can be active listeners to each other. Active listeners, supporting our goals and dreams and expressing gratitude. And you know, yesterday, I gave you an example of being an active listener. An active listener means that you are not arguing with your spouse's or your partner's understanding of things. You get me. I'm not saying don't argue, don't insult. That's not what I'm saying. You need to walk with Christ. I'm saying active listening. That means you are listening with not only your ears, but with your heart and your mind. So whatever thing that you think is nonsense that your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or girlfriend is saying, because you're intentional and you want to love, you want to be kind, you want to be forgiving, you actively listen. It's okay for somebody that you are in union with to understand things differently from you. He's not difficult. She's not being difficult. It's just at that point, that is how they understand the situation. So you now that feel you understand it better, just listen to the person's perspective and the way the person expresses themselves. I gave you an example of myself. That if I feel when I talk, my husband will do wayo and shut me up with sorry. And he must hear all those things. I used to write project for him, paragraph. I will start with abstract, object. I will write like 3 things and send to WhatsApp because he must read it. Because when I start talking, my husband, once he enter 2 sentences or he notice I've started doing gesture, he will just, oh my, and I say, it's okay now, sorry, yeah. It's okay, sorry. Yeah, man, sorry. And it will pain me. I have many things to say now. So I will write the text. Sometimes, if I'm lucky, he takes 3 days. Because now work, he read it. After the 3 days, because inside that text, I will ask many questions. And he knows the implication of answering me. So he just looks at me. I used to feel like I'm the holy person. But my husband understands these aspects more than me. And he will practice active listening. He will just say, okay, this is how this one understands the situation. And he will not give any explanation. He will just say, I saw your message. It's okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. And it will end there. But there are some of us that at the heat of trying to understand issues, you want to insist that your partner must understand it the way you understand. No. You are flesh and his flesh. That is why the definition of marriage says 2 people become one He didn't say one spirit or one soul. He said one flesh. The spirit and the soul is your commitment to bring God into your matter. So don't ever think you are, you are Angel Michael and the other person is something else. You must be kind enough. You must love enough to be an active listener. I reminded us of our dreams. Is that not so? I said, like we women, we are very quick to say our spouses don't support our dreams. Do you really have a dream? I asked us the question yesterday. Do you have a dream or you just have an interest? Maybe you have an interest or a skill or a certificate or a passion. That's not a dream. That's not a dream. A dream is a complexity of desire for a standard expectation. A dream is not a skill. So you cannot just think because you married your husband and you could sew and you are just grumbling and giving attitude. That is not a dream. How well have you constructed your fashion designing that when you are talking to your husband sees beyond needle and thread? That is what a dream is. So that he can know what he's supporting. If not, he will end up buying industrial. I have a son that will say, I bought industrial machine for my wife. My wife can say, I say, hey, I bought, the woman just dump it like that, mommy. Let me tell you, I'm giving her till Friday, I will sell it. And thank God I met a word like this. And I went and met her. I said, tomorrow you will say, because she is tailoring, she doesn't have a dream. If not, there are fashion designers that are thriving without what? Industrial machine. So first of all, that's why I said most of these aspects is better for the single than the married. Have a dream, please. Have a dream. Have a goal. So that when you meet your partner, he will know what he's supporting. Secondly, we said you can do that by being gentle with each other, showing empathy, and being willing to compromise. Okay? Be gentle. Show empathy. Okay. To preach the word of God is not easy. If I remember the early years of my grandma, what is gentle? Who is gentle? If you see me giving attitude, you'll laugh. I'm a last born in the house. Expectation like this. Because I grew up, if I cough, like 5 people will run to the direction of my cough and start hitting my back. What happened to you? What happened to you? So I married my husband. Only him, one person, And I expected that when I'm coughing, he's there. When I'm pooping, he's there. When I don't have appetite, he must know what to make me have appetite. So when I throw tantrums and I see he doesn't even understand because he's a firstborn. So when I'm doing my thing, he doesn't even understand. So I will begin from the horn in the gate. On the open gate. Welcome, auntie. Mm-hmm. Welcome, auntie. Mm-hmm. And then I open the door. Everything. Nothing they do. And he will come by himself. He's senior me with 9 years old. He will say, welcome. Imagine rat. He will say, welcome. No. Say, kai. He will just laugh. But he learned this. I am more rooted in the Bible than that man. But he learned empathy before me. And he will just look at me. Anytime I come to ask for forgiveness, he will always say, I know say na last born I marry. Wahala I marry. So I just they look you. You understand? Empathy. And I'm somebody that likes being near my siblings. He compromised. If I carry my bag and say I want to go and do 1 week in Abuja, he will say bye-bye. When I started giving birth to more children, he will say leave them. Just go. Just compromise. And small on my own, I learned how to stay in my husband's house. You will not believe it that throughout this year, I have not even smelled my house. I had a wedding in April. Before that April, I did 4 years. I didn't go home. I'm so inside my marriage that if you tell me to move, it's doing me as if I will not come back. because of what? The empathy that I was shown. You must learn to be gentle. There's nothing that has been gotten with gra. Even food eaten in a rush will not satisfy you. No matter the quantity, it won't what? It won't satisfy you. Forgiveness, letting go of grudges, being willing to apologize and working towards healing and restoration. Now, in our perilous time, forgiveness is not our problem. We forgive. Letting go of grudges is not me and you's problem. But you know what the devil is using against me and you? Healing and restoration. So me and you, we fight as partners or as husband and wife. And we do not have sex for like a month. And then we forgive each other after 1 month. And then I forgive you, forgive me, I forget whatever happens. What happened to that 1 month that you didn't touch me? You are not taking record of the things you people didn't do together for that 1 month. You didn't pray together. You didn't hug each other. You didn't speak with each other. And you think it's enough? It's not enough. So what the enemy is using against you and I in our homes is that we are not moving towards what? Healing and restoration. So part of you giving priority to love, kindness, and forgiveness. Forgiveness is only complete when we have what? Healing and restoration. Is that lack of healing that used to leave this scar? It's just like a wound now. You get a wound and immediately it stops bleeding. You are done. You don't treat the scars. After 10 years, you are reminding, anytime anybody sees it, if it's an obvious thing, anybody that sees it will say, what happened to your neck? You begin to. That's what happened. That's why. Because we have refused to what? Walk towards healing. So we are raising an army. We are raising an army. Look at all the miracles that Jesus did. When Jesus said, your sins are forgiven, go back to your Bible. There must be healing. And what? Restoration. Because we know that during the time of sinning, things were what? Were lost. And just recently, I learned that why things are reoccurring in my marriage is because I'm always creating an environment for those things to thrive. So be careful. Without love, kindness, and forgiveness, you create an environment for those things to thrive. That is why there are certain plants that because you've been using the place for planting, there is a year that you will not even do anything on the soil, but it will still produce. Because you've created the atmosphere. So walk towards healing and restoration in your quest for forgiveness. Number 2, we said you should prioritize your relationship with God and one another. Prioritize. That means we have many relationships. Is that not so? We have relationship with our money, with our body, with our food, with our children, with our... You know, my elder sister is very selfish. That woman, even if you people are 1,000 here, her and her husband will show you people that it's just the two of us. They live their life on their terms. So we have problem with the husband, no concern them. They will listen to us and pack their self and go, no problem, leave us. The husband walked out of family meeting with his wife, no explanation. When he noticed that the meeting was all about my sister, he just went to his brother's ear and said, I'm going to the toilet, I'm coming. The brother looked at them and he was passing. The wife was, you know, we Africans now, when they are doing meeting, you women, you are sitting on the floor in one corner. He just passed, he just touched my sister with leg, Tashi, Wuche. My sister said the way they left is like they are going somewhere to come back. And that is it. 5 years he walked out. Till when they started asking questions, he said, the family meeting became about my wife. And I'm not ready. I don't owe you explanation. So when I say intentional dates with your wife, it's just priority. Make sure that everything is about what? You and her. It gives me joy when my husband tells me he's going for meeting. You know, some of us are going issues more than just leave that one. So I will now start imagining things. I will say, let me call him. If he doesn't pick after 2 rings, I know what he's doing. Immediately he picked the phone. If he doesn't say baby, I know what he's doing. So you know that man. You know this God, I used to tell you, you should stop being partial. He have catch me. So if my phone, by mistake, my phone will just do like flash my call, my husband will pick the phone. He's in a meeting, no. Shebi, you should just talk and say, I'm in a meeting. He will start telling them. Matana na waya, nina so magana da matana, and I'm hearing, he has already picked. Oh, so when he say, baby, yeah, I'll say, come on, I just wanted to tell you. I say, it's okay, bye-bye, I'll not drop. I'm sure when I drop, he used to laugh. Sometimes if he stays too late, I'm brewing with anger. Immediately I call. Instead of him to be the one to pick, he passed to his friend. Madam Namu, when that one finished, he passed to that one. Like 5 people of God. How can I question this kind of man? But all he's doing is to show me that there is nowhere that he cannot tell them he has a wife that he's intentional about. There's no carelessness with prioritizing. So schedule regular dates with your partner. Have meaningful conversation. You know, some of us, we only talk when we want to quarrel. We only talk when we want to quarrel. Have meaningful conversation. For goodness sake, now they are talking about Trump. There are some husbands and wives that have not even considered that topic in their home. Me, I have a lot of trending things. So if I sit down and I don't understand what is happening, I'll say, Do you know I opened one site today? They say one man, he jumped from mango. My husband will say, for what? Why is he jumping? I said, do I know? We'll start discussing somebody in Abukuta that jumped on mango tree. And because I'm the one that brought the gist, I will put bobo, put sugar. Because he cannot confirm, in no consigner. I go just to what? Let the conversation be about me and him. But when I was in my days of not understanding, it's only we need Maggi. Indomie are finished, gas are finished. Try and do something extraordinary so that the enemy will know that what? It's not about you. There's a rise of the witness. This conversation, this thing on gas has finished, fuel has finished, baby milk has finished. These are regular things. People, even most single men, if they want to marry, they will say, I never get money for Pampers. Is that not so? So they are normal things. So try that in prioritizing your relationship with your partner, you do extraordinary things. Things that when evil see, they shock them. Extraordinary things. That when your heart is pain and you do not know how to pray, you can sit on the floor and just say, Jesus, try and rearrange that your son, or if not, I go scatter everywhere. You can be this plain with Christ. That's what you don't know. So you go about, you are being plain with your friends. But when it comes to the one who can really give you solution to it, just sit. Me, I talk to God a lot. Sometimes he gives me instruction. In my time of anger, I talk back. You give me instruction, I say it's not fair. Every time it's me, but then I tell him like that because his word is my father. So learn to what? Prioritize your relationship, because I know that I want things to be better in my home. You can go to church, read the scripture, pray together, and seek for spiritual guidance. I'm hard on the women because we are the helpmates, we are the stronger ones. If somebody is enough, God will not give the person help. Is that not true? So we are the stronger ones. God saw, he knows that the male gender, they cannot do it. They don't have the ability to do it. So he created the wedge He created what with what? What will help? What will help? Always know that these male species, they are the vulnerable ones. You are the one that was given the power and the auction to help. Kutemaka mata kutemaka. And it says that you should pray and seek spiritual guidance. Sometimes we are humanly carried away. Our husbands, men are not all that vocal. So they will come and just throw one word for you. And that might work in Abuja. I got 100,000. I want to use it to buy. And you don't know that it's time to help. All you are doing is everything is all about him. It's his money. It's his money. You have to pray and think. What happened? What happened? What happened? After 2 days, you meet him. You say, that 100K where you been they talk about, you don't use and buy this something. You say, no. And you say, why don't we? Why don't we? You understand? Why don't we? Because what? You have gone to seek the face of God. You must do spiritual guidance in your partnership with each other. The third one is that you should seek for areas that need to be improved. Seek for areas that need to be improved. You see me, because I come, I'm shining. I'm sure some of you will say, see how this woman said. Me, I am a jeans, t-shirt and exercise book. Because the person that is immediately my senior in the house is a boy. So he was my role model. Anything he does is what I'm doing. In fact, when my husband was ready to marry me, one evening he called that he wants to take me to one of his auntie's house. He came. It's even my sister's husband's palms I wore with 1 3/4 jeans and a sleeveless top. Love did not make him to ask me, why are you dressed like this? But because I needed to take permission from my sister's husband before we left, when I went back, I told my sister, Uncle, as he's going, I'll follow him. We want to go and greet him. He said, follow him to where? I said, like mechanic like this. I said, Kai. Now go and get a gown. Wahala auto. I entered my cupboard. No gown. No gown. I had to go and carry my sister's cloth. No concern me. The shoulder was falling. I wore it like that. And I went. But over the years, one day I'll come to this church with my husband. Jesus Christ. Cap to match. Shirt to match. Trouser to match. I say, me that come from city. Me that I travel to 7 countries. I marry one kind man from Koro. You want to show me guy? I started. We enter. It doesn't need to be expensive. But I knew that I had to what? I had to improve. I had to improve. I had to improve. Another aspect of me was that I was very argumentative. I like to debate. Timekeeper, correct time, yes. So as he's talking, when he's done, I will ping him. And I noticed that it irritated him. I improved. So I don't argue. If he says, ma'am, I sit down. Says, don't go, I stay. Don't do, I'll do. After 6 months, only him will come back to the house. You didn't go anywhere today? Are you sick? I say, now wow. You're not going to church today. Before you knew, it built confidence in him that whether he's around or he's not around, there is obedience. So, Waka. There's a nickname that my sisters call me. What is that my nickname? Ajala the trap. Nowhere I know they go. Once it's a place that I can, my husband, they go, I bless you, go. But if I didn't improve to show him that whatever I am, whatever it is, it's in obedience to you, in submission to you, he won't give me this freeway. It might tarry. But let me tell you, a man that loves you knows what to do. Knows what to do. The fourth one, are you intentionally living out your faith in your daily lives? I am a born-again Christian. I am a born-again Christian. And born-again Christian is only when you want to judge the weaknesses of your spouse. It's not about your life. What did Jesus say what will Jesus do? You have to be intentional about living out your faith. If as an individual you are intentional about living out your faith, being in a marriage that will be a witness for Christ will not be a problem for you. How can you do that? Always apply biblical principles to your daily life. Serve each other, volunteer in your community, and share testimony. You know, there was a couple that went to church and it was testimony time. And the wife stood and went to the altar. And you know, normal is church now. The pastor just innocently say, like your wife is out. Testimony in her family thing. The man said, I don't know why she went out. And then when she started sharing, the husband said, you know, some of us think that certain expressions of God should be done outside our homes. So when we want to praise somebody, when we want to give, when we want to applaud, it is outside your marriage. You feel it is your husband doesn't deserve to be spoken to. No, that's the way you say it makes sense. No, it's only your pastor. Father, more oil in your life. So you cannot tell your husband more oil. No oil in his life, no prophecy. My husband looked at me and said, the way you are going, be like say financially now you go soon they carry this house. And I laughed. And then one time something happened in the home like this. And he just came to me with confidence. He said, in Hausa, he said, look for this thing for us now. I said, I don't have. He said, oh, yeah, go and borrow and call him pay. I said, I have. He said, okay. And I gave him. I entered trouble. If I walk 2 meters, I'll meet a friend. Your husband say you are the one that say, hey, I don't die. I called him. I said, why will you go? He said, do you know how men were suffering that time I asked you? When I went that day, I gave this one 5K, 10K. When I was giving them, I was saying, matana ne fatabani, matana ne fatabani. I said, when he came back, he wanted to pay. I said, no. Chop on. It's for me and you. It's for me and you. Yeah. Me and you. So learn to share testimonies. What gave my husband hope and this kind of, I hyped myself in front of him is that when I go to places and I do exploits, when I come back, I gist him. I'll say, baby, that paper I presented, they pay me this, I did that, minister was there, governor. So the standard began to raise. He started seeing me, Kai, this my wife, get potential, way past egusi soup. You know, that kind of a thing. But some of us, things will happen in our life as spouses. And we will share the testimonies with who? With people that those testimonies will not change anything about the way they feel for you. Learn to manifest Christ between yourselves as a partner. I've gone beyond my time. I'm sorry. Papa, 2 more minutes, please. So, number 5 now, I said you should share your testimony and experiences with each other. Very important. Learn to share your testimonies and experiences with each other. I was watching a preaching and the man said in the early days of his marriage, he was sharing his experiences with his secretary in the office. Ignorantly. When he comes to work in the morning, she's the one that he's compelled. He will be gisting her things. And before he knew, he developed feelings for his secretary. But because his wife, on the other hand, has listened to the kind of insights that me and you are sharing today, she's interested in her husband. So when he comes home, she says, Alpha, how was work today? In the toilet, she followed him. And before he knew, he noticed that his gist started reducing with his wife. Because there were some aspects that he didn't want to say so that she would not say, everything, Salamatu, there's something wrong. And that made him to say, Kai, that means whatever him and his secretary are having is not clean. And he stopped it. So if he has an urge to share, he will pick up his phone. What are you doing? She will say, I'm cleaning the toilet. Say, if you see what happened today. And they will gist. After all, there's what? There's ear cord. As partners, never you wait for your partner to be the one to inquire. Even you yourself, inquire. How far? Waiting they happen. So that he can share, he or she can share their testimonies and experiences with you. Last but not the least, you must find ways to serve each other. Last but not the least, you must what? You must find ways of serving each other, demonstrating practical love. You must serve each other. You must. My husband will he wake up in the morning. You cannot, that one is firstborn, and his younger ones are so hardworking. So my husband cannot do anything. He cannot do anything. He feels he can't do anything for me. But this is what he tries to do. No matter how economically balanced he sees me, no matter my position in my home that he knows I can be gifted car, my husband makes sure that he is the one that buys the cars that I drive. He can be climbing Okada and me, I'm driving the latest. Identify the places you can serve your wife. How about warming the food before she comes back? How about if your wife is a teacher like me, how about finding ways that she can improve herself? I want to conclude. After taking so much time and hoping that the Lord has helped us so that our marriages will be living witnesses to the world and the transformative power of Christ's love. Let us bow down our head right now and pray for strength, for wisdom and courage to live out our faith in our marriages so that we will inspire others to seek relationship with God. Bow down your head and say, Father, as a partner working towards perfection, grant me the strength, grant me the wisdom. Grant me the strength, grant me the wisdom, grant me the courage, so that all that I have shared today in the church of God will help me to live a transformative marriage life. So that when people see me and my partner, they will hunger to have a relationship with you. Because they know that everything that we do is extraordinary. As I come down, I want us to take my anthem. Ask for courage, ask for wisdom, ask for strength. Courage, wisdom, strength. I don't want to be an ordinary husband. I don't want to be an ordinary wife. Let there be an extraordinary transformation. That when they see my home, it will witness to them to hunger to have a relationship with you. Yarani ya Yesu na zama kamar da kai. Yarani ya Yesu na I've told you that song, don't be too spiritual about it. There are some of us that finances will make our marriages to fail. You need to tell God, there is nothing physical about life that you think because your mouth is smelling, you are not brushing well. Let me tell you, you will not find a husband, and even if you find, he will not honor you. He cannot go out with a mouth smelling husband or wife. A dirty, you cannot cook. What are those aspects of your life that you need courage? You need wisdom. Bow down your head and begin to ask God to fix it. You need money, you need job, you need business idea, you need the dreams so that your partners can support. Yarani ya Yesu na nzama kamar da kai, nzama kamar da kai. Yarani ya Yesu na, yarani ya Yesu. Oh. Christ, Yarani. Oh, Yarani, Ayesuna. Oh, Zama kamar da kai. Yarani, Ayesuna. The Holy Spirit is talking about the Holy Spirit is talking about sickness. He said if there's an aspect that the devil is using in marriage is sickness. Some of us are sick. We have painful back, painful leg, painful chest, stomach. Everywhere is paining you. Appendicitis, weak erection. Sickness can make marriages to crumble. Let us bask in the mercy of God. Say, Father, fix it. Ani Yesu na